And today we're going to be putting a Dark Side Developments turbo kit with a front mount intercooler on this 2003 Golf TDI. This ALH is pretty much stock. It's got a nicotine fuel filter kit, an EGR delete, and a Malone Stage 1 tune. So this thing has about 317,000 miles on the stock turbo, and the stock turbo is starting to go out. So that's really the main reason why we're doing this.
So after this quick parts breakdown, we'll take the car out and do an exhaust clip so we can get a before and after. But here you can see the intercooler piping, the downpipe, as well as a PD150 intake manifold. The European crash bar makes it a little bit easier to install the front mount intercooler onto the Mark IV Jettas and Golfs. Here we have the header. This thing should look pretty sweet once we have it installed. We also have a GTB1756VK. These are usually found on the 2.7 TDIs as well as all the hardware.
This kit is good for around 220 wheel horsepower depending on what injectors you put in it. The kit will actually go up to around 400 wheel horsepower depending on the turbo. What's the nice thing about this kit is once you got everything installed, you can actually just swap the turbo out, and that's all you have to change. Come here. You're in the way right now. Come here. Shut up. We're taking off the bumper so we can fit the European crash bar in order to install the front mount intercooler. There's some Christmas tree pins behind here, behind these pieces of plastic, as well as behind here that we have to take off. Alright, so we got the bumper and the crash bar off. Next is to take off the side mount intercooler, as well as all the piping. Fuel. So before we install the crash bar, we actually have to drill out some of these bulbs. What happens next is the intercooler piping actually runs through the crash bar like this.
So what happened?
So, he drank beer. We may have drilled out the wrong side of the crash bar. So now we're going to drill the right side. Now we're going to drill the correct side of the crash bar.
Alright, second time's a charm. Can't mess this one up.
So after done with the test fit of the crash bar and the intercooler, we're going to take off the intake manifold as well as the turbo, so that way we can line up all of the intercooler piping. Alright, so we got the intake manifold out. The main thing you can see here is this isn't even really chambered. You can see you have runners on this one. This one's just more of a box. Alright, so next we're going to take out the turbo. You can't really see it, but she's down there. You feel that drag?
A little chunky there.
It is a little chunky. What's going on over here?
Mocking up the turbo with the manifold, taking the whole turbo as an example on which way to put the lines.
Header's going on. Looking good. Alright, so we got the header installed onto the new turbo. You can see the size difference between the new one and the old one. The old one's tiny. Look at that. Compared to this. And it looks way better. Alright, so we got the downpipe installed. We're going to install the intake manifold as well as the turbo now. so now we're going to fit the intercooler piping up to the car. We did run into a couple of issues with the intake manifold as well as the turbo mounting, but we pretty much resolved those problems for the most part. If you do decide to install this kit, make sure you put on the oil feed line, the turbo, before you install it into the car, because it's pain otherwise. Alright, so we got everything buttoned up. We got the bumper installed. We ran out of film, so we didn't get the install video of the bumper, but we figured it didn't really matter. There was a couple pieces on the bumper that had to be cut off to fit the European crash bar, but that really didn't take long. That means the only thing we have left to do is to load the tune and drive it. So let's go outside, check it out, and we'll also get an exhaust clip while we're out there. Driving around with a new turbo for a couple months now and everything works great. The next step in this process is getting some head bolts installed as well as some 280 injectors. If I'm not mistaken, the stock injectors are 184s. The turbo sounds a little bit quieter on the exhaust side and actually a little bit louder on the intake side, which is kind of interesting. It almost sounds like my buddy's Mazda Speed 3 turbo, so if you guys want to see a video on that, comment down below. There's a lot of lag with this so far, but I think that's mainly because of the injectors as well as the tune. This tune's really not made for this turbo, but it didn't make any sense to buy another tune here in a couple months after I install the injectors. So make sure you subscribe, because the next video we're going to take this car to the drag strip and get a baseline before the injectors and see what it runs. See y'all next time.